Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It is June the 12th. And let me start right out by saying you are going to hear me sniffing and sneezing a little bit more than usual. I think some of you that have been watching for a while know that I am allergic to cats. Yes, it's ironic. I usually can keep it under control, but newborn kittens especially seem to really give it to me. So chances are you're going to hear more sniffling and sneezing out of me for the next while. And today I've been sitting in here making sure everybody has breakfast and that everybody's pooped. And we took up weights, and all that adds up to me being very sniffly right now. So I apologize in advance. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Anyway, we are here with a little Bebop and her 7 wonderful kittens. As you can see, we put new wallpaper up in the box, so it looks nice. I've been slowly learning how to tell each of the 7 kittens apart, and so far I can do it, but it is not easy even for me. It's got to be impossible for some of you that are watching to tell some of them apart. But I will go over how I tell them apart for you. Also, if you don't follow, we've got a spreadsheet that we publish online that anybody can see. It's actually in the if you're not on our Discord, if you're on our Discord, you can get to it, and people post it all the time. I'm sure you already know about it. If you're not on our Discord, it is in the description of the regular Kitten Academy live stream video. There's a link there. If you go to the Kitten Academy live stream and you look at the description of the video, you will find a link to that spreadsheet in there. The reason I mention that is on that spreadsheet, we've got little pictures of the kittens, and they're listed by sort of their distinguishing feature and also their genders, which I know everybody is curious about. So let me get to that. Hi. They all she's getting to be really good at mom catting. I don't know if this is her first time or not. 7 kittens for a first time mom would be unusual, but she does have some interesting things that she's a little bit shy about or seems confused about. So it's hard to guess. But she does know they were hungry this morning. She went in there. They all just nursed, and now they're ready to nap. And so she knows she can leave for a little bit and go sit out on the floor like she likes to do. So it's wonderful that she's got that all figured out. So, I see. I think Confuser, somebody just posted the spreadsheet link in the chat here too. So if you're looking at the chat on this video right now, just look back a couple things. You'll see the link to the spreadsheet. And so the reason that I'm mentioning the weight spreadsheet, like I said, is it does reveal what I think of them as, and also what their genders are, because we checked all that yesterday. I took a whole bunch of photos yesterday as well, so that I could, so that we could figure out their names and publish their names, and that's what we're waiting for in order to publish the photos that I took yesterday. So we're going to be ready for all of that soon, but I know DJ and I are still sort of trying to work out the names. In fact, we're sort of still trying to work out whose responsibility that is. As you know, it's always been DJ that has named the kittens, but as you probably also know, DJ has been spectacularly busy lately. And this time she just told me straight up yesterday, she's like, no, you do it this time. You name all the kittens. I can't, I don't have the time. But I managed to convince her that just giving me carte blanche to name the kittens, probably a really bad idea. Somebody said that I would just name all 7 kittens Lieutenant Carrot in the chat. Somebody had made that comment, and I thought that was hilarious. Maybe a little too hilarious, to the point where, like, yeah, you're not wrong. It's exactly the kind of thing I might do. So we will figure it out. We'll figure out the names. DJ did, yeah, just to be clear, DJ has the theme for the class picked out, and when she told me yesterday that I have to name them, my first question was, well, do I have to stick to your theme, or can I just name them anything I want? And she said, no, you've got to stick to the theme. So, so there's that. And in fact, I do have about half the names picked out, but I'm having trouble with the last half. So, and DJ is also well up on helping out with that. She's been contributing. I think that I'm going to end up insisting that she contributes, or at the very least that she signs off on all of them before they go live. So it is her theme after all. She's the one that picked it. So let me show you how I know one kitten from the other right now. There's only a couple that I have trouble with. Also, I see Lynn Hurst. What's the theme? It's a secret. It's always a secret. DJ never says what the themes are until after the kitten names are announced, and they're usually surprises. And in this case, I think it's going to be a surprise. I can say that because so many people have guessed what the theme might be, and nobody has come anywhere close to getting it right. We've had guesses everywhere from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to Cowboy Bebop to, just jazz music and all this kinds of stuff that you would get from Bebop. I can tell you straight that none of those are right. And then I think it will be a surprise to everybody. Of course, DJ's got a history of doing that. We had a mom cat that came in that was named Angel, and everybody wondered what that theme was going to be. And it turned out that all of her kittens got named after fish. And that's just one example. I think there's plenty of others that are just as surprising with DJ. So this is, I think, going to surprise some folks, but it'll be fun. Anyway, let me do what I promised and show you guys how I tell one kitten from the other. I'm getting myself into the box here for this. Sorry for anybody who's watching the regular live stream if my giant fat head is in the way. We have 7 kittens here, and I, in my own mind, have broken them up into 3 groups of 2 and an extra. And so let me start by seeing now these colors. I know that the cameras don't always catch the colors. This is there's a rich selection of kitten colors here, and none of them are exactly the same. But I think hopefully you can tell a little bit. These 2 are dilute. They have the gene for diluteness, which means that they get the usual colors, but then they're much, much lighter. And I think you can probably tell that, okay? And these 2 are both girls, and those are the 2 that I have the hardest time telling them apart myself. Everybody else I've got really well figured out, but these 2 are tricky because they're both girls, they're both dilute, and neither one has any distinctive marking at all. Believe me, I've looked over and over and over, and they are just total twins. Now, we may see something develop as they get a little bit older and their coats start to change color a little bit, and we may start to find something that will help us to tell them apart. But right now, I tell them apart by their size, which is subtle. But this one, you might even be able to tell here, is this one is bigger and this one is smaller. And that's all I have to go on. It's tricky. It's very tricky. So those are the only 2 that I have trouble with, though, anymore. The rest of them are actually easy, at least for me, who can see these things pretty well, because I'm not relying on the camera to show me. So, I break them up into groups of 2, and the other 2 groups are ones that are completely orange and ones that have some white. So let me show you what I mean without. So this is one of our completely oranges. Now, you're going to say there's some white on that kitten. It's all stripy with white, and you could be right, but here's the difference. The ones that I'm calling white have boots. Do you see those boots? Yeah, you see those boots. So this is one of the ones that I'm calling all orange, even though, again, there's a little bit of white there on the face and stuff, but no boots. And there's 2 of them that are all orange like this, and one's a boy and one's a girl. This one, so I actually have to look at every time, although I'm guessing from the size that this is the girl, because she's a little smaller. It is. So this one's the girl. There you go. That's our girl. And then we have another one that is all orange with no boots. So not this one, because this one has a boot, but this one, who has no boot, no boots. And this one is our little boy. Is it? Yeah, it's a little hard to tell. I know that kind of looks like a boot because there's the stripes there are very hard to see, but it's not, or at least it's not yet. It might develop into one. And this is our little boy. Let me double check. Yes, very easy to tell because we only have, I should now mention, there's only 2 boys in the whole group. The whole group of 7, there's only 2 boys. Mom heard me messing with her kittens. She had to come in and see what I was doing. That's okay. Okay, so we've got 2 dilute girls that are really hard to tell apart. We have 2, what I'm calling all orange boys, or at least they don't have obvious boots. How about that? And then we have the 2 that have obvious boots. And I'm just referring to them as the boots. We've got, let's see, now that's not one because there's no obvious boot there. This is one. Maybe this is the one I just showed you. I'd be all confused. Now, look at me. What a pro I am. What a pro. Okay, so this one has boots that we're going to show you. It's not the one I just showed you, by the way. We're all good. Do you see how this boot comes up to just behind the, I don't know what you call that joint in a cat. It's not, I'm sure it's not called the knee, but we're going to call it the knee. I guess it's more equivalent to the ankle, really, isn't it? But do you see how the white boot on the back right leg comes up below the ankle there, or below the knee, or whatever you want to call it? It's below that joint. So that's the short boot on the weight chart. That is a girl, the short boot. And then we also have one that on the weight chart is listed as long boot. That's got to be this one. Here we go. You see it's got the same sort of white boot, but this one comes up above that joint, above the knee. That's what I'm looking for, and that makes this one the boy boot, which I'm just calling long boot at the moment. And you can see there's other, like it's got a lot more white here too. More white. Longer boots. So that's the boy. So we've got, to recap so far, we have covered the fact that we have 2 dilutes. This is a dilute, this is a dilute. They're both girls. They're very hard to tell apart. We have 2 with boots. The boy that you just saw has the long boot, and the girl has the short boot. There you go, short white boot. A little hard to see there. That's okay. We have 2 that have boots, which are here. This I know it's hard to tell because that looks like a boot. Trust me, it's not a boot. And this one that also doesn't have a boot, you see. Just keep in mind that the ones that do have the boots, it's very clear. See the big clear difference. So even though this kind of looks like a boot on the camera, if it's not super obvious, it's not a boot. How about that? Does that work for you? See, this is the short one. See how super obvious that is? This is, you might look at this and go, oh, it looks like a boot, but trust me, it's not. It's just the way the camera picks it up. So anyway. All right, now that's 6 kittens that we've gone through. That leaves 1 standing alone. And I'm sure you've all noticed that one of these kittens is much darker than all the others. She has that, I don't know what the genetics are, but it's the real rich, dark red color like acro. It's I haven't seen it in very many red cats. So this one is much darker than the others and has a bright, vivid white collar. You see that white collar? It's especially big on the left side, but you can see it on the right side as well. A little bit. So the one that is the darkest red with the white collar is also a girl. That was number 4 in the birth order. And so there you have it. That's how I'm telling them all apart. We got 2 dilutes that are very difficult to tell apart. We have 2 with boots that one's a boy and one's a girl. So that makes it easy for me. Also, one's the long boot, which is the boy, and one's the short boot, which is the girl. Then we have 2 that are no boots, and one's a boy and one's a girl, which is how I'm telling them apart. And sorry, that's going to be tricky for all of you who are watching at home. And then we have number 4, who has the darkest color and the white collar, which you can even see from behind. Even though it doesn't come together, you can see it on both sides. So that's number 4. All right. I hope that works. And then obviously we have their mom, Bee-Boo, who's giving them now their second breakfast. And she's purring. I don't know. Can you guys hear that if I'm quiet for a minute? Anyway, so yeah. Okay, one more time. You guys can check the weight chart if you want to kind of get an idea who's who. Later on, I'm going to publish all the photos with names, but we got to get the names together first, which we don't quite have yet. Still, nobody's guessed the theme or even come close, so that'll be fun. It's a weird one, I'll tell you. And then again, like I said, we've got two dilute girls, two dilute girls. I'm just pointing randomly because I can't tell who's who right now. I think these are the two dilutes here on the end though now. Two dilute girls, then a boy and a girl pair that each have obvious white boots, a boy and a girl pair that are each no boots, and number 4, the dark red one with the collar, the white collar. And yes, that equals 5 girls and only 2 boys. How about that? 5 girls and 2 boys. Now, somebody pointed out to me that it's not like we won the genetic lottery there. Although orange girl cats only make up 20% of all orange cats, that's 1 in 5. That's all orange cats. Now, in order for us to have all orange babies, boys and girls, it means that the dad was also an orange cat and our mom is also an orange cat. So once you consider the fact that you have an orange dad and an orange mom, then all the kittens have to be orange. It's the only possibility. And then from there, it's just regular old chance of boy versus girl. It's 50-50. So even though orange girls overall are rare, and only about 1 in 5. That's overall. When you have a litter like this, it's just regular old odds within the litter of, 50-50. So I guess we kind of did. I mean, we're still way beyond 50-50. We're on the end of that curve because we got 5 girls and 2 boys. But that's what we got. 5 girls, 2 boys, all very happy and healthy, by the way. I know I should have probably mentioned that up front. I weighed them all this morning. They all have great gains, every single one. I haven't had to do a single tube feeding yet, and I'm crossing my fingers that I can kind of avoid that because if mom can keep feeding them, it just makes my life easier. So yeah, everybody very happy, very healthy, good gains. Bebop is doing an excellent job of feeding them. She's been doing a great job of eating as well. Look at who's this on their back. That is too silly. Is that one even nursing the one that's on their back? Is under there all? Oh, we got a couple. Where's that head? I can't tell. It's in there somewhere. Oh, so this is one of the reasons why I thought that she might not be super experienced is she keeps getting kittens that will get lost on the other side of the box. And she's smart enough to not get up right away and go to them, but if they keep making noise and don't come back to her, then she goes and she seems like she wants to pick up her kitten. She's not very good at it. Not very good at picking up her kitten, so I've been trying to help her avoid that when I can. And she's not terrible at it either. Just, some mom cats are just naturals and will pick up their kittens and carry them around everywhere. And she doesn't quite seem like she knows what she's doing there. Which brings me to another point. I saw somebody earlier ask about the wallpaper that I put up yesterday, which I did. I really just I threw it in there. What I did was I put it on some cardboard downstairs, and then I brought the cardboard up and just unfolded it in here. You can see if you look up at the top of it, it ends right before the lights do, and then there's the box behind it. So it's really just like a U-shaped piece of cardboard covered in paper. Looks real good though. And when I first did that, she was confused. She wasn't sure that she liked it. And she tried to take her kittens out. But after I just calmed her down for a minute, she was like, oh, I get it. Okay, it's the box. This is fine. And now she's fine with it. But she did take just a little bit of convincing about the remodeling. Anyway, these kittens are adorable. Right now, they're all very healthy. We hope to keep them that way. But the title of this video includes the fact that Gabby is saying goodbye, and we need to get to that. Um, Gabby had her suit off last night. Let's go down and see her. I know I want to keep filming these kittens up close for you guys forever. But you can see a pretty good view of them on the regular Kitten Academy live stream, and if any of the cameras there are sort of out of place, I'll adjust them after this close-up. But until then, you can still tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream, watch these kittens if that's what you want. But we're going to go downstairs now and see Gabby. So I'm just going to put this back over here real quick. This is one of the regular live stream cameras that I haven't quite figured out where to put yet, but it's the one that I adjusted the focus on, you might remember, so that it can focus real up close to the kittens. It's pointing more or less the right way. Let's just hope that's good enough. I can't tell. I can't look right now. Okay, we're going to go. Gabby, we'll see you soon. Kittens, we'll see you soon. Like I said, they all weighed in, very healthy, very happy. All good. Okay, I'm going to put her curtain down too. There we go. Just like that. There's the box from the outside. There's all of her foods, by the way. She's eating the Mom Cat Special. Last night I left Mom Cat Special out. In the morning it was completely empty. She licked the bowl clean, so she's enjoying that quite a bit. Okay, so Gabby, yes, we need to do Gabby's goodbye wave. Oh, here's Smokey, by the way. Smokey, she's facing the wall. There you are. Hi. Okay, just thought I'd say hi. Gabby had her suit taken off yesterday, and she had her sutures out yesterday. I did it, and it actually worked very well because Gabby was super calm and easy, and she just let me cradle her in my lap the whole time. Didn't fuss a bit. Hi, Ari. And she made it really, really easy. So I was concerned that I might not be able to get her sutures out on my own, but she is a doll and didn't give me, like I said, the slightest bit of trouble. So her sutures are all out. Her suit has been off since yesterday, and she has refloofed herself quite well. I'm sure she'll refloof even more over time. And the very minute that she got back in the room, her 3 kittens were comfort nursing on her. So they were all looking forward to seeing that part of Mom again. But what that all adds up to is because I got her sutures out, she's not going to stay until Monday. Her adopters are going to pick her up on their original planned date to pick her up was on Sunday. And she is going to be picked up on Sunday. So this might be her last close-up, or we might catch her on the Sunday morning close-up. But I thought just to be safe, we should get the goodbye wave for her. We always do a goodbye wave with the kittens when they graduate and leave. I hold them and wave their paw at the screen. It's a tradition. So we're going to do that with her in just a second. We also have her kittens here. Hi, cutie pie. So this is Banter. And I think Banter is going to be renamed to Penelope Olivia when she gets adopted in a few weeks, which is a cute, like pretentious. Pretentious is the word I was looking for, and I mean that in the cutest way, because pretentious names for kittens are adorable, like the 7 Lieutenant Carrots that we have upstairs. Somewhat pretentious. So there you go. Anyway, that's Banter. All 3 of these are girls, by the way, if you haven't already met them. And they are, how old are they now? Just a little over 2 months, I guess. Or right about 2 months it must be. I'm just guessing. I didn't look at all. Then we have, here we have Scuttlebutt and Blarney. Scuttlebutt is the one here in front. Oh, who just went to go see Mom. Scuttlebutt. Hi, Scuttlebutt. And this one is Blarney. Hi, Blarney. What are you doing licking my elbow? My elbow not clean enough for you, Banter? I'm gonna play with my shirt too. All good. Well, Banter's digging into breakfast. I didn't want to interrupt her, but what did I just call her? She's Gabby. I meant to say Gabby. Anyway, she's digging in. I didn't want to interrupt her, but I know she'll go back to it. So let's see. Hi. Let's see if we can get a goodbye wave from her now. I brought the tripod. The camera's on the tripod. Let me set it up and flip the camera around real quick. Let's see what we can do. Hang on. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's my hand. Huh. What is that? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm wearing crazy shirts today, by the way. This is a good day starts with coffee and cat, singular for some reason, but that's okay. It's adorable. This was sent in a recent mailbag, and so was this shirt, which it's easier to tell on the back, which I can't show you right now. It is a cat wearing a cowboy hat and riding a shark through outer space. It is awesome. That also came in the recent mailbag. And this is Gabby, who is going home on Sunday. Gabby, say goodbye to the people. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Well, that'll do. She's like, I don't know what you're doing. You're crazy. There we go. That's a good wave right there. So it may be a little bit early, but we'll see. You'll probably see her again on Sunday, and you'll definitely see her again at least a little bit during mailbag tomorrow. Mailbag at 10 o'clock. So I think that'll happen too. But she's just going on Sunday. She's sniffing the camera now, way up close. She's like, "What is that on the screen?" That's you. Okay, got other things to do now. That's fine. Like I said, we're gonna see Gabby. She'll be here through the weekend. Well, not through, but until Sunday. So she's not gone yet. Um, but I thought we'd get that out of the way just to make sure it was done because it is a tradition. I'd hate to forget. Camera. Let's go. There we go. Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you guys all for joining me this morning with the kittens. Thanks for joining the kittens. I'm sure that's the big draw, of course. And we will not have a close-up tomorrow. At least we're not planning to have one because Saturdays are mailbag. The mailbag happens on the regular Kitten Academy live stream at 10 o'clock on Saturday. Still the plan tomorrow. So we will do that. And then on Sunday, we should have another one of these close-ups, and I hope you join us for that one. I also, like I mentioned, I have a lot of photos to get edited and published, and I hope to do that today. Fingers crossed that DJ and I finish coming up with those names. And then, yeah, well, I guess that's it, really. Other than that, my day is going to consist mostly of checking on kittens and trying to get things done around the house. I've got a backlog of stuff that is a mile long. So I'm going to see what I can do. What's up, Scuttlebutt? My Scuttle buddy. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention to all of you. I don't know how important this is, but I know that some of you have enjoyed the Cat Run camera over the last few days. It's been on both the regular stream and the special stream for Patreons. And yesterday I left it outside and it rained, and the rain flooded inside the camera, and it is currently non-functional. Now, I do have spares already on hand, and if I get time today, I will put another one out there, and we may be able to watch some more of these kids in the Cat Run today. But it's not my top priority, so if there's no Cat Run camera today, that's why. I may have ruined it. I'm letting it dry out. My hope is that once it's dry, it will work fine. It's not dry yet, though. So we will have to see about that. I just thought I would mention, if you are wondering today, how come I can't see the cats? Well, they're out in the Cat Run, which, by the way, is Gabby's favorite place in the whole universe, so she's likely to spend most of her day out there. That's why. And like I said, maybe I'll get a chance to fix that today, but it's not high up on my list at the moment. Oh, one of you guys brought a great smell from that litter box you were just in. Thanks for coming right over to me. Smells wonderful. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, one more time, thank you guys all so much for joining me this morning. Thanks again to all of you for being here with us over the last few days. I know it's been very busy days for me, and having all of you here to help out has been helpful. It really has been helpful, so I really appreciate it. Thank you for that. And thank you to the mods for modding, and some of the folks on the Discord chat for helping keep track of everything and letting me know what's what. I do appreciate it. And as always, if you want to keep watching these kittens and the kittens upstairs and Gabby, all you have to do is tune into the regular Kitten Academy live stream. They will be on it 24 hours a day. I'll see you all tomorrow for Mailbag on the Kitten Academy live stream at 10 a.m. our time. That's the time that's on the stream, right on the screen. And we will see you on Sunday for another one of these close-ups. All right. See you then.